So today I'm going to be talking about mental health and how important that is to everything when it comes to exercise, when it comes to making the right decisions, when it comes to living the best life you can. So I feel like mental health, brain focus, brain health, that is literally the most important thing you can when it comes to, sticking with being happy with your family, being happy with your friends. Happiness just comes with it. So mental focus is a key game when it comes to even exercise itself. If your mental health isn't there, then you just can't take the right steps or create the right path for yourself when it comes to the next move, the future. You're going to be stuck in a deep hole, and if you aren't mentally there or mentally prepared to take the next steps in your life, you're gonna really be stepping backwards. There is no staying still. There is standstills, I believe, but I feel like if you're not pushing forward, you're actually moving backwards, and that's an issue too, because that's where deep depression comes into place, deep anxiety. In darkness, I mean, there's things called holes where people go through them and they're stuck in holes for a while and they can't get out of them. They're stuck in them, and that's where bad decisions start taking place and they go down the wrong path. And it's sad because they could have had a future ahead of them. They could have had a path where they're in the right direction and they're making great decisions. You know, being happy with their family, happy with their friends, and kicking ass. Doing everything in life that's great, and bringing happiness to the world itself, not just friends and family, to the world, and being humble, staying humble is great, because if you want to stay humble, in order to stay humble, you have to kind of fight the urge of the negativity. And if you fight the urge of the negativity, then you're breaking a hole that is just bigger than life itself at that point. You break out of that, and your mental stability, your brain, your focus is just already on the right direction. If you break out of something like that, it's just a congratulations. It's like a being proud of somebody. And at the end of the day, you just really, really, really want to stay sharp and focused on your mental game and your mental health. And if, it could be anything in the world. You could be happy painting. You could be happy ice skating. You could be happy just going, down the street and talking to your best friend. Like anything, I'm just making stuff up at this point. But anything that makes you happy, and you know yourself. Once you become aware of who you really are, you're not doing things like going out partying all the time, not really caring about yourself, focusing more on alcohol or drugs or just the negative things that bring people down and change who you really are. If you're doing things that change really who you are, then really you're just not a happy person, and you hate yourself, and you just don't really care where life brings you next. But God has an answer for everything. God has an answer for everybody. God is within everybody. And, that's why faith is important too. And if you want to, keep on the right path, you got to figure out what the things between evil and good of the world. There's a huge difference. And if you don't know the difference, then there's the first issue we have here. So, but yeah, all I got to say is that, when it comes to mental health, you just got to figure out what makes you happy. And once you start realizing who you really are as a person, and you're happy with the body that you have, the face that you have, everything that you own as a human being, then there you go. It's just all up from there. And it's a congratulations, and it's a I'm proud of you moment, So I just want to change a lot of people's lives. I'm trying to take people out from dark places of the world and trying to make them happier and a better person. So that all starts with, of course, mental health, but also exercise and staying fit. And health is just so important overall, not just mental health, but just physical overall health as well. So that's all I got to say. And in 2024. Let's stay active and get kinetic.